Solving rational equations. First, we want to find a common denominator for all our denominators. So let's write our problem here. Fraction plus fraction equals fraction minus fraction. And we have a 2, a 1, a 2, and a 5 as numerators. And we have a 9, a 6x, a 3, and a 2x. Okay, so we'll begin the process of finding new denominators. Now the old numerators are 2, 1, 2, and 5. We'll put those there. Now, our denominators, as far as the numbers are concerned, are 9, 6, 3, and 2. So 9, 6, 3, and 2. And we want to find the least common multiple. So let's go with 9 here. Let's go with 9, 18, 27, and 36. We'll stop there. 6, then there's 18, and then there's 24, and then there's 30. Let's see. I skipped 12. Sorry, guys. There's 12, and then there's 18, and then there's 24. We'll stop there. And we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, and 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of a pattern. I'm starting to see 18 show up here, so twice here. So let's go a few more. 12, 15, 18. There we go. Got 18s there. And I can, 2 timetables will go down to 18. So we have an 18 here, 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 and there. So the common denominator will be 18. Okay, then we look at the x's. The highest amount of x's, we have x here and x here. So the highest amount of x is x to the first. So we'll put the highest amount of x's here, which is x to the first. All right, and so we have our new denominator. Now let's see the difference between our old denominators and our new denominators. My old denominator was a 9. My new denominator is an 18x. So the difference between a 9 and an 18 is times 2. So we'll put times 2. And the difference between a no x and an x is an x. Okay. The difference between a 6 and an 18, the factor between a 6 and 18 is 3. So there's a times 3 in there. And the difference between having an x and having an x is no difference. So there. So the difference between having a 3 and an 18 is multiplying by 6. So we'll multiply this by 6. And we don't have an x, and now we have an x. So an x has been added, so we'll have to add an x there. And finally here, the difference between a 2 and an 18 is 9. So this will be 5 times 9. And there's an x here and there's an x there, so there's no x added. Now let's go gather our numerators. The 2 times 2x will be a 4x, plus 1 times 3 will be a 3. 2 times 6x will be a 12x, and minus 5 times 9 is going to be a 45. And we don't have to write our denominators since they're all common. We just need our numerators. So solving here, I want my x's to be on this side, so we'll get rid of the adding 4x by using a subtracting 4x here and then here. And so the x's cancel out, and we get 3 equals 12x minus 4x leaves me with 8x's, and then there's the minus 45. Now I want to get rid of the minus 45 and then the 8, and then I'll have my x isolated. So to get rid of the minus 45, we're going to say a plus 45 here, then a plus 45 here, and this is going to give me 48 here equals 8x, and this is going to cancel here. Now we're going to take our 48 equals 8x and divide by 8 on both sides. Okay, so dividing by 8 gives me an x. And 48 divided by 8, that divides evenly. That is a 6. Because 6 times 8 is 48. So the solution is x. All right, let's try the next one. The next one, we have a fraction minus a fraction equals a fraction minus a fraction. Our numerators are 4, 1, 5, and 1. Our denominators are 3x, 6x, 2, and a 3. Okay, so let's create new fractions all with the same denominators. Okay, let's get rid of this paper here. All right, our denominators are 3, 6, 2, and 3. So what's going to be common? So 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 18, 24, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, I'm already seeing a pattern. I'm already seeing a 12 develop here, here, and here. So I'm going to take this one right here down to a 12 as well. So we have 12s everywhere. So new denominators all have 12. All right, now for the x's. This is 1x, or x to the first power. This is x to the first power. So the highest amount of x is around here at x to the first power. So everybody gets the x to the first power. Now, the numerators are 4, 1, 5, and 1. Let's see what we need to do. The difference between having a 3 and a 12 is that there's an additional 4 here. So we multiply by 4. There's an x there, there's an x there, no changes. The difference between a 6 and a 12 is multiplied by 2. So we need an extra 2 here since there's an extra 2 in the denominator. And we need no more x's because there's an x there, the x there. The difference between a 2 and a 12 here is 6. So we're going to make this times 6. Now, there's no x here and there is an x here. So x has been included. So we'll include an x in the numerator. And the difference between a 3 and a 12 is 4. So it'll be a times 4. And there's no x here, and there is an x in this denominator, so an extra x has been included, so let's add another x there. So our numerators are now 4 times 4, 16, minus 1 times 2, which is 2, 5 times 6x, which is 30x, and minus 1 times 4x, which is going to be 4x. Now, we can combine like terms. These are like terms here, and these are like terms. So if I combine the 16 and the negative 2, I'm going to get a 14. If I combine the 30x and the negative 4, I'm going to get a positive 26x. Now, I'm going to take 14 equals 26x and divide by 26 on both sides in order to get the x by itself. Now, this does cancel out the 26 and gives us x. But 14 over 26 can be that can be simplified. I'm going to divide them both by a 2. And if I divide them both by 2, I'm going to get a 7 over 13 for x. And we're done.